From creatures that hunt with lights to predators with jaws straight out of nightmares, the deep sea is home to animals so strange and powerful they barely feel real. Down where sunlight disappears and pressure can crush steel, evolution built monsters unlike anything on the surface. Today, we're diving into 10 terrifying, unbelievable creatures that rule the darkest parts of our planet. Creatures so extreme, they make sharks look ordinary. Let's begin. Number 1. Colossal. Squid. The colossal squid isn't just big, it's one of the largest and most mysterious predators ever discovered. Unlike its slightly more famous cousin, the giant squid, this species is heavier, thicker, and built like an underwater tank. Its eyes are the largest of any creature on Earth, allowing it to detect faint flashes of movement in total darkness. And its tentacles. They're lined with rotating hooks, sexual hooks that can twist and dig into anything unlucky enough to get close. Almost everything we know comes from rare captures or bodies washed ashore. Scientists believe it hunts large fish, other squids, and possibly anything it can overpower. The scars found on sperm whales suggest massive battles happen constantly in the deep, far below the reach of sunlight. To this day, no one has ever filmed a healthy adult colossal squid in its natural habitat. We only know it's down there, waiting. But while colossal squid live in darkness, the next creature dominates where mountains of rock meet icy currents, and its intelligence makes it even more unsettling. Number 2. Giant Pacific octopus. The giant Pacific octopus isn't a monster because of its size, though with 16-foot arms and powerful suction cups. That alone is impressive. What makes this animal so terrifying is its intelligence. It opens jars, solves puzzles, escapes locked tanks, and even recognizes individual humans. If any creature in the ocean could outthink you, it's this one. Armed with hundreds of suckers, each capable of gripping with incredible force, the octopus hunts crabs, fish, and even small sharks. Its beak can crack through shells like paper. With no bones in its body, it can squeeze through openings smaller than its own eye. Fishermen tell stories of octopuses sneaking into traps, eating the catch, and slipping out without leaving a trace. And despite its size, you rarely see it coming. It changes color and texture to vanish into rocks, hiding in plain sight before reaching out with lightning speed. It isn't aggressive, but if it wanted to be, you'd lose. But intelligence isn't the only nightmare lurking below. Some creatures look like they crawled straight out of a horror movie, like the next one. Number 3. Goblin shark. The goblin shark is often called the alien shark, and one look explains why. Pale skin, needle-sharp teeth, and a jaw that shoots forward like a spring-loaded trap. When this shark strikes, its entire mouth launches outward to snatch prey with terrifying precision. It's one of the fastest jaw movements in the animal kingdom. Living thousands of feet below the surface, it uses electroreceptors in its snout to sense the faintest movements. Most of the time, it drifts slowly through the water till something swims close. Then the jaws snap forward in a split second, dragging victims into rows of razor teeth. What unnerves scientists the most is how little we know. Goblin sharks rarely appear at the surface, and every encounter reveals something stranger. Some grow over 13 feet long, some have unusual coloration, and some disappear before research can even begin. But as bizarre as the goblin shark looks, the next creature is even more extreme, built for hunting in pitch black darkness. Number 4. Deep-sea dragonfish. Dragonfish is one of the deep sea's most efficient assassins. Its entire body is designed for stealth. Pitch black skin, transparent teeth, and bioluminescent organs that glow with an eerie, shifting light. It uses those lights like weapons, either to lure prey or to blind it before striking. Unlike most fish, the dragonfish can produce red light, something almost no deep-sea creature can see. That means it can shine a beam that illuminates targets without revealing itself. It's like having night vision goggles in an environment where everything else is blind. And those teeth, they're needle-thin and longer than its own head, curving inward to trap anything that enters its mouth. Even larger prey has no escape once those transparent fangs close. But if you think this is the strangest shark-like creature down there, wait until you meet the real prehistoric survivor. Number 5. Frilled shark. The frilled shark is a living fossil, a creature so old and so unchanged that seeing one feels like staring into prehistory. Its body is long and serpentine, moving with a slow, ghost-like ripple that makes it look more like a mythic sea serpent than a shark. Lining its mouth are over 300 backward curved teeth, arranged like rows of needles in a nightmare. When it strikes, It doesn't bite like a normal shark. It snares. Those curved teeth hook into flesh and pull prey deeper, dragging it down the throat in one relentless motion. Frilled sharks lurk thousands of feet below the surface, in waters so dark that sunlight has never touched them. Down there, their strategy is deceptively patient. They drift quietly, bodies coiled, until something gets too close. Then, with a sudden burst, they snap forward, jaws flaring open wider than seems possible. Once caught, escape is almost non-existent. Their appearance is unsettling. Gill slits that look like frayed ribbons, a face that seems almost prehistoric, and eyes that reflect nothing but darkness. People who've encountered them describe a creature that feels wrong, like something evolution forgot to update. But if the frilled shark is ancient and eerie, the next predator is small, modern, and brutally efficient. Number 6. Cookie-cutter shark. The cookie-cutter shark may be tiny, barely 2 feet long, but it is one of the ocean's most alarming predators. Unlike other sharks, it doesn't hunt to kill. It hunts to carve, slicing out perfect circles of flesh with surgical precision. Its mouth is built like a rotating blade, lined with razor-sharp, triangular teeth designed to twist and gouge. Large animals panic at its approach. Whales, tuna, dolphins, even great white sharks flee when they sense it nearby. And with good reason. Cookie-cutter sharks attack fast. They latch onto a larger animal, spin violently, and tear away a chunk of flesh before the victim even feels the strike. They don't discriminate either. Submarines, sonar equipment, deep-sea cables, and even military hardware have surfaced with those same circular wounds, as if marked by a perfect metal punch. In the deep sea, where food is scarce, this parasitic strategy is genius. Anything that swims, no matter how large or armored, can become dinner. But if that seems vicious, the next creature survives by using the largest fangs, proportionally, of any fish on Earth. Number 7. Fang-toothed fish. The fang-toothed fish looks like something forged for war. Teeth are so enormous compared to its body that it physically can't close its mouth. Its skull has built-in pockets to stop the fangs from piercing its own head. Those fangs are designed to impale prey instantly, punching through scales, armor, or tough deep-sea skin with shocking ease. Living thousands of feet below, the fang-tooth survives in conditions that crush most life. Its skin is thick, scarred, and often mottled from collisions and battles in absolute darkness. There is no stealth here, no careful stalking. Fang-tooths are blunt force predators. They charge straight at their prey with jaws open wide, stabbing first, ripping second. Despite their monstrous looks, they're surprisingly resilient. Scientists have found them alive in extreme pressure, temperatures near freezing, and near total darkness. They're proof that in the deep sea, survival favors the brutal. But nothing in the abyss looks quite as bizarre as the creature that comes next. Number 8. The gulper eel is one of the strangest animals on the planet. Its body is thin and whip long, but its mouth is enormous. Opens, the lower jaw expands outward like a black balloon, forming a huge sac capable of engulfing prey nearly its own size. It's a feeding strategy unlike anything else in the ocean. At the end of its lengthy tail glows a lure, tiny bioluminescent bulb that flickers and pulses like a floating signal. It uses this lure like a fishing rod, dangling it through the dark void until something curious drifts close. Then the gulper's mouth inflates, the body folds inward, and the prey disappears into the abyss. Because they live miles below the surface, human encounters are rare, and each time one is photographed, it looks slightly different, some with massive balloon heads, others stretched thin like ribbons. It's a creature that refuses to be predictable. But while the gulper eel is strange, the next predator is pure aggression distilled into a single lightning-fast strike. Number 9. Viperfish. Viperfish is built entirely around one purpose: explosive ambush. Its teeth are long, curved, and terrifying, longer, proportionally, than any other fish. Some extend so far back, they nearly scrape the eyes. These aren't for biting, they're for trapping, forming a deadly cage that no prey can escape. The viperfish waits in the darkness, motionless, until a passing fish wanders within range. Then, in an instant, it launches upward with a velocity that seems impossible. At such depth, scientists measuring its movements recorded some of the fastest strike speeds in the deep ocean. Its bioluminescent patches glow in eerie patterns down the length of its body. Some flash like signals, others shimmer like drifting embers. These lights lure prey and close enough for those monstrous jaws to snap shut. But compared to many deep-sea killers, the viperfish is light and agile. Our final creature moves with slow, armored certainty. Number 10. Giant isopod. The giant isopod looks like an oversized pill bug straight out of a sci-fi movie. Armored plates, hooked legs, and compound eyes that reflect the faintest glimmer of deep ocean light. It crawls across the seafloor with a methodical patience, exploring shipwrecks, carcasses, and anything else that sinks down to the abyss. These creatures are built for extremes. They can survive crushing pressure. They can go years without food. They can curl into a massive armored ball when threatened. Their entire existence revolves around endurance. They scavenge whale falls, dead fish, squid remains, anything unlucky enough to drift downward. When food does come, they gorge, storing fat for months or years of waiting. Unlike many deep-sea monsters, they're not fast, not aggressive, not terrifying in motion. But their resilience, size, and ghost-like movement across the seafloor make them one of the ocean's most unsettling survivors, proof that in the deep, the weirdest creatures often last the longest. The deeper you go, stranger the ocean becomes. Down in the crushing darkness, life evolves in ways that defy logic. Giant hunters, glowing killers, balloon-mouthed predators, and ancient relics older than humanity itself. We've barely explored 5% of the ocean, which means these 10 creatures are just a hint of what's really hiding down there. If you want more deep-sea mysteries, terrifying creatures, and unbelievable discoveries, make sure to hit subscribe because we're only just getting started.